So I'm trying to have this data. What data? Dhoni.txt is append operation south and down. Now, by mistake, I written a function which is not at all there. WRITE. I'm trying to write a new function. I'm trying to use a new function called write, which is not there. What will happen? Obviously, it is going to end up in an error. Straightforward error. No such file. So, what are the drawback that you see here? People might tell that your program got terminated. Absolutely fine. Yes. As soon as you get an error, that's how Python works. It is going to terminate the process. Fine. What is the next thing? I'm not sure whether the data was written. Of course, it would have written. The previous write return statement would have been there. But what happened? The close was not going to happen. Line number 32 will not execute. You know it, right? So Python executes the code sequentially, one after the other. So the problem is when one of the line got error, the next line will not get printed. So if it is other cases, that's fine. If it is error, then let that come and we can rectify. But in file operation, you cannot keep the file open for too long because then you are giving a space or giving a place for the hackers to come and have a role play over there. So what you're supposed to do, you have to make sure that this close always happens irrespective of whether you write or you don't write. That means whether the code is having error or non-error. Close should always happen. So to achieve this, there are two ways to do is one, exception handling that we're going to see in upcoming videos. Okay, exception handling will take larger, a line of a code. But in file operation itself, we do have another concept called context manager. Again, I'm repeating context manager. Okay, what does the context manager does? It does the automated closure irrespective of whether there is an error or non-error in your code. That's it. Okay. So what you have to do? You have to do a slightest of changes onto your file. Look at this. Now, look, I'm going to just alter my line number 36. Look at this. With open. Same thing. But I'm additionally using with. Open means I have to give the file name. Dhoni.txt and followed by mode of operation. Instead of assigning a variable, you can use this syntax as file object colon. So obviously we're eradicating this line. And this is the next line. That's it. So when I run this code, of course it is going to end up in error because write is not at all a function. Either you do with the context manager or not with the context manager. If the function is not there in file operation, of course it is going to end up in error only. But the beauty here is that you might be wondering whether close was happened or not. So my thing is that no need to externally mention close here. That's the beauty of a context manager. What is the benefit that you get out of it? No need to mention any close manually. Either the code runs perfectly without error or with the error. It is not going to bother much. It will close the file automatically. So this is what the context manager. So whenever you do the file operation using this kind of with operator, that is what we do call it as context manager. What is the beauty that you get out of it? It auto closes the file. No need to externally write a line to close the file. So that's the beauty of this one. Right. This is context manager. Try to follow this context manager from now onwards. Hereafter, whatever the operation you do, try to follow this context manager stuff. So what is the thing that you get out of here? It will auto do the closure. Fine.